Hello and welcome to the weekly market update. In this video, we're going to go over the action of the week and give some insights to what could happen going forward the next week and onwards. So if that's what you're into, stick around. All right, so what we're looking at here is the S&P 500, ticker symbol SPY. Yeah, what a crazy, wild week. I put in this target I think a little while ago, and we're coming into that target area. Yeah, I said that we were going to bounce and maybe hit these moving averages right here, and this kind of range, and it looks like we're getting close. I mean, we're pretty much here. And then for the VIX to let's look at the VIX really quick, and for the VIX to crash down to 25, and here we are right here. And I said I was going to, at least this time around buy some puts, just in case that maybe some of these deals fall apart or anyways, I mean, that's the fundamental thing, but that's the way I could see this market coming back down. I mean, using the analogs that I was using last week, it just suggests that we could, unless we V, which that's not the analog I'm using. I'm not using the COVID crash. We should kind of retest, at least 510 area, within a month or so. So that's what I'm looking at, and we're gonna have to see. I mean, if it bounces off these moving averages right here, with some strength, yeah, for sure we could go back down. But if it doesn't, I mean, who knows? Maybe it's gonna be. We always have to stay a little bit nimble. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at going forward. So let's kind of check out how the portfolio's doing, and also what the market monitor has to say this week. All right, so the portfolio's not doing so bad. We're already back to pretty much, we're down, I think, because this is wrong. We're pretty much down, I think, 3.5% year to date, which is not bad. We're kind of outperforming the indexes. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, we're outperforming the NASDAQ by about 4.5%, so that's not bad. Yeah, I mean, the top performer today was, of course, I think Tesla. Tesla's doing pretty well. And I mean, everything, the goals of the portfolio was to basically have QQQ-like returns, or QQQ-like beta with a 5.5-6% yield, and that's been working out pretty nicely for us. Yeah, we're sitting at a 5.8% yield right now. So yeah, it's working out pretty good. I mean, one thing that this doesn't show is all the calls that I'm selling. So we're not doing so bad. So let's dig into the market monitor. So yeah, for those of you who are new, the market monitor is basically just a scan of the stock market. We take stocks that are basically going sideways, going up, or going down, and we just track them. And it gives us kind of an indication of what the market's health is and where it's going to go next. So one thing I really like is how stage 2 stocks are back above the critical moving average, which is about 16. And then the stage 4 stocks are below. Okay, so we're all good there. New highs are coming back, so everything's looking pretty bullish. So, we're moving back a little bit into some protection, and it's gotten a lot cheaper. So I think it's a good time to at least hedge a little bit. Yeah, so let's keep moving forward. We ended at the top of the range. Everything's looking good. I mean, this follow-through day, we basically had 3 follow-through days in a row. So that's going to lead to a pretty strong rally here. But we'll have to see how strong it is. And we're coming into a spot where I think it's gonna stall a little bit. Yeah, we see the put call ratio right here is at 0.69. So perhaps going into next week, we can kind of just stall a little bit. But everything else, I mean, we're above the 21-day moving average, 2% now, which is normal. They're starting to sell into this rally. As you can see, the 10-day trend is now back above 1. So that's something to look out for. The number of stocks that have gone 20% in 5 days, 93 to 65. So it's a little high. And just a lot of higher highs in a row, 4 days in a row, lots of higher highs. I mean, we've had big moves, you know. Um, yeah, and then let's keep moving forward. Everything else looks pretty normal. Um, yeah, this 5% actually kind of collapsed down, so that's decent to see. And the short-term momentum up is kind of peaking here at 483. I mean, let's see, the last time it was at 400. Man, I can't remember the last time it was at 400. Yeah, here. Oh, okay, I mean, you know, back in 2023 before this massive rally in 2024, so it could be good. You know, and the anxiety index is low here. It's not as high as it is today. So maybe we go total V back to the highs. Who knows? Uh, yeah, let's see. Last time it was at 400. Yeah, I mean, here, okay, that's in March after the regional banking crisis. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, 400, and here's COVID at the bottom where it goes 400. Okay, or not COVID, sorry, 2022 at the bottom of the market. So man, maybe we just go go back to the highs. You know, it remains to be seen. The TD sell is coming out to 500, so we're getting a little some overbought indications. But I mean, man, when the anxiety index is at 32 and it's getting high, I mean, this is just so bullish. Very bullish. Okay. So, I mean, that's all it says. I mean, going into next week, it's very bullish. We're kind of short term, hitting some highs here. It should pull back and consolidate. And we're you know, I'll move it back to this. You know, we're hitting the target. The target got hit, and this is like a big area. It reminds me of this area right here. And we had this big move on the Fed day, and then we got back into it, and we had these gaps. Once you get back into, you know, the top end of one of these very bearish candles, that's kind of typical, right? So we should see, you know, some resistance here, some people selling, and selling coming into the market, and so we'll have to wait and see. But I mean, yeah, I mean, some positions maybe I could talk about. Let's see what the so Tesla's doing really well. Yeah, I did sell these 320 calls. So that's looking good. You know, this Tempest AI, been in this. This is kind of pulling back today. Man, the Stone Co. and PagSeguro are doing really well. This is a nuclear energy stock. Oh, Sam reported earnings today. I think I picked it up around here, and it's looking okay. You know, it's a nice little base here. It could break out tomorrow. It looks decent. Yeah, PagSeguro is just, this whole year has been very nice. We'll have to see where that one goes. Nike's kind of lagging. Moderna's kind of lagging. This LEU, I made a video on this one. You know, I think it's just playing a wait and see game with May and the earnings. But I mean, last time they had really good earnings here, so we'll have to see. This IQ reminds me. This is a Chinese like Netflix sort of thing. This kind of reminds me of KC before KC had that big move. So essentially, KC right here, it basically did the same thing. Had a move right here, and then, you know, what did they do here? They kind of dropped it below this line here, right there, and they had some volume come in, and they kind of sat it there for a little while, and then boom, it did a 10x. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, you know, of what IQ could do. It looks literally the exact same. It's kind of shocking. So maybe we're sitting on a 10x here. I'm pretty excited about this one. Yeah, let's keep moving onward. You know, INOD, this thing looks fine. A little higher low here. Breakout right here. Yeah, that's fine. Grab is doing well. GameStop. FTAI is doing fine. I sold these 125 calls up here on earnings. ELF is doing fine. Estee Lauder is doing fine. A lot of these stocks that they broke down, and like hopefully they're gonna spring. That's what I'm looking at. Celsius. Oh, Celsius I think is a buyout. I'm really debating selling some really long dated calls, because if it's a buyout, those things are going to go to zero. So we're going to check that out. Yeah, I mean, the rest of the portfolio, BitDeer's, man, BitDeer's up like 50% in the last 5 days. It's making a nice move. Baidu, yeah, and Baidu is part of IQ. So, you know, that's a total spring right there. So Baidu's looking very nice. You know, and then I'm saying to myself, okay, if all these stocks are looking pretty nice, you know, maybe that means something where the market's going to V. I mean, who knows? Just gonna have to wait and see. Anyways, so that's all the positions. I mean, it's looking decent. Yeah. So yeah, feel free to give me a ring. This is the Stock Operator channel. Yeah, just feel free to put a comment down, and yeah, like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. And thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.